Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hey, Govinda. Nice to see you. The link's there if you want to come on and chant too. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Oh, Jai Shri Radha Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Krishna. Oh boy. Krishna. It's getting too good, man. It's too easy to please Krishna now, man. Oh man. This is where it's going. Easy pleasy. Easy pleasy. I like it. Thank you, Lord, for making it easy to please you. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Stick around, that'll be you. So, you want to be successful in devotional service? It's association. I'll make you as lucky as I am. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. I hope Krishna doesn't disappear with my arrogance, my pride. I don't care. Hare Krishna. I do care, but I don't. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. What a wonderful path the Lord has given us, huh? Thank you, Lord Chaitanya. Sadhu Sangha, chanting in the association of his devotees. Such a great path. So fantastic. Yes. On that order, let's... Hare Krishna. Let's sing and make a joyful noise unto the Lord. Joyful name unto the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radhe Krishna, Radhe Krishna, Radhe Krishna Gauranga, Radha Krishna Gauranga, Radha Krishna Gauranga, Radha Krishna Gauranga, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Govinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Gauranga Nityananda Gauranga Jesus Srila Prabhupada 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 Jesus Srila Prabhupada. There she is. Hare Krishna. Hey. Jesus Srila Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Gauranga, Krishna, Gauranga. Jai Shri Krishna. Hope you're having a nice day there, Sachi. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Om Krishna Radhe. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Nityananda Gauranga Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Gauranga Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Gauranga 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 Nityananda Gauranga 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 Nityananda Gauranga Nityananda Gauranga Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Gauranga, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna Gauranga. Krishna Gauranga. Let's wrap it. Let's wrap Krishna up in a nice bow and ribbon. Radha Krishna. Hare Krishna Gauranga Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Gauranga, Nityananda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right. Oops. All right. Jai
Thanks
Jai.
for using.
Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Sri Advaita Chandra, Jai Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Let's see. Let me know if this microphone works better too. Hare Krishna. Actually, I can just plug in this microphone. Wow, it is so auspicious to chant this holy name. I mean, I am digging it, man. Remember that word, digging? I really dig it. Krishna, I really dig you, man. Yeah, wow. It's fantastic. You like chanting too, Sachi?
Some days I can chant all day, and other days like today I can't hardly chant.
Oh yeah, that's okay. That's part of it. Yeah, purification. You just need me to get to yell more, a little bit more, and get more stuff out of you. Then your chanting will get great.
Part of it is 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. I start my day that
It's the best time, man. You know, get it out, man, while it's early. Then you say, wow, I can chant great today. What happened? Oh, yeah, Gora yelled at me a whole bunch. Called me a fool 10 times.
That was totally unexpected back then. Now I expect it.
Yeah, no, I expect it. Gotta catch you by surprise sometimes. Yeah. All right, let's see.
I guess I just have a hard time fathoming that somebody will do something as a result of being yelled at.
Yeah. I remember the days in Vrindavan I yelled, and you saw this big black ghost come out of you. Remember that? This dark thing. I still remember that. Did you forget, or do you remember that?
Well, it was actually in California.
No,
And
no, it was in Vrindavan. That might have been another time. It was in
well,
Vrindavan. You
I
came
don't
in and
remember.
tried to interrupt my class, and you know how I am when I interrupt my morning class at 3 a.m. in the morning.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
do remember one time in Vrindavan, we got off the taxi, and
Yeah.
he dropped us off. This was the one time we went at the same time to India, and the
Uh-huh.
taxi dropped us off on the street in Vrindavan, and we sat down on the edge of a wall with our luggage, and we
Yeah.
both were able to see another world, a spiritual world, at the same time. It was like
Really?
we sat there and kind of like whoa, look at that. That was kind of neat.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, let me see here. Let me check the microphone here. Okay, microphone input is. All right. Okay.
I also have something to share too sometime in the
Yeah,
class.
later. Later. While I got this here, I gotta do this here. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Yes. Okay, this is the uh, this is the advent of Lord Krishna. Let's see here. Let's do this one maybe. Okay, chapter 1, the advent of Lord Krishna. Maharaj Parikshit said, "My dear Lord, you have elaborately described the dynamic. Um, you have elaborately described the dynasties of both the moon god and the sun god, with the exalted and wonderful character of their kings. O best of the Munis, you have also described the descendants of Yadu, who were very pious and strictly adherent to religious principles. Now, if you will kindly describe the wonderful, glorious activities of Lord Vishnu or Krishna, who appeared in that Yadu dynasty with Baladev in his plenary expansion." Purport. By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. Krishna, the Brahma Samhita explains that Krishna is the origin of Vishnu Tattva. Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the supreme controller. Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the supreme controller. He has an eternal, blissful spiritual body. He is the origin of all, and he has no other origin, for he is the primeval cause of all causes. He has an eternal, blissful spiritual body. Yeah, really the easiest way to experience that eternal, blissful body is by chanting and by purification. See? So when you're chanting, you're listening, you're just hearing, concentrating, and gradually, more and more. Sometimes it's sporadic, but we can experience this eternal, blissful body and live from that place. Live in bliss. Actually, it's really wonderful. See, and chanting gets it's really nice. It gets easier. That's what I've noticed over the years. You get softer. Your heart gets softer and more easy to experience the blissful name. The name is the body of the Lord. Yeah, and it just makes the whole world auspicious, to be able to dip into that bliss with your consciousness, be immersed in that bliss, that ecstasy. Yeah. For he is the prime cause of all causes. The Brahmas, the heads of the innumerable universes, live only for the duration of one breath of Mahavishnu. Yeah, why don't you get out the 10th canto there, Sachi? Chapter 1. I think it's
Srimad
chapter 1, yeah.
Bhagavatam, 10th chapter.
Yeah, 10th canto, the first part. It's first part, chapter 1. And I'll read till you get there. The Brahmas, the heads of innumerable universes, live only for the duration of one breath of Mahavishnu. I worship Govinda, the original Lord, whom Mahavishnu is but a portion of a plenary portion. I worship Govinda, the original Lord, whom Mahavishnu is but a portion of a plenary portion. Govinda Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Govinda Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Even Lord Mahavishnu, who by his breathing creates many millions upon millions of universes, is Lord Krishna's Kala Visesha, or plenary portion of a plenary portion. Mahavishnu is a plenary expansion of Sankarshan. So wait till she gets here. I'm going to chant a little bit.
I don't have 10th canto.
She'll read. Really?
Not
Are all
in
those
book form.
books?
Yeah.
What do you have? What form do you have it? On the computer? You have it on this database?
Yeah, but it would take me a minute to get it up to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, you got first canto?
Probably.
Okay, get the first canto out. First canto, go get it.
All right, I got first canto part 2 though.
Okay, don't you have first canto part 1?
You know what? I got whatever was left here, and it's spotty.
Okay. All right, so first canto part 2. Let me get it up on the database here then.
It's got Queen Kunti and
Yeah, okay. Let me check here. Let me check it. Okay, first canto part 2. Okay, let's see here. Okay, you have chapter 10?
yes. The
Okay,
plan
let me
behind
see when it comes up here. Let's see. Actually, let me see here. Yeah, okay.
You want to?
No, oh yeah, okay. Since you're here.
I think you're locked.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, not that. All right. Yeah, that was fast. Now you here, take this back then. All right. Oh, first canto part 2. Okay, go ahead there, Sachi. Read chapter 10
Okay, it
and
starts out.
say Jaya Jaya. Yeah, but say
Om
Jaya Jaya or
Namo
something.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai, I've just been so programmed about Vaidhi versus Raganuga. It's like, why can't I just read? Departure of Lord Krishna for Dwarka. Sanaka Muni asked, after killing his demons who desired
No,
to...
wait a second here. Okay, you said, okay, this is, okay, what are you in? Which your book are you reading? What book are you reading?
I'm
Just tell me
reading
again.
first canto, part 2 of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Maybe you should read. I don't need to read.
Well, I just want to, why is it, I said, okay, you don't have chapter 10, I guess, right? Or do you?
That is chapter 10 of the first canto, part 2.
First canto, part 2 is chapter 10.
Departure of Lord Krishna for Dwarka.
Okay, okay, departure of Lord Krishna for Dwarka. Let me see if it. Okay, so go ahead, start, just read.
I guess the mood's kind of, I don't know.
Just read.
Lately I've been more into Jesus. Okay. Sanaka Muni asked, this is the departure of Lord Krishna for Dwarka. Sanaka Muni asked, after killing his demons who desired to usurp his rightful inheritance, how did the greatest of all religious men, Maharaj Yudhisthira, assisted by his brother, rule his subjects? Surely he could freely enjoy his kingdom with unrestricted consciousness. Purport. Maharaj Yudhisthira was the greatest of all men of religion.
That's one good thing about spontaneous devotional service. You can enjoy this world in a less, I can't say fully unrestricted, but in a less restricted way. See, because of the level of purification from chanting. It's very powerful, and people need to know that. And just by association with devotees who chant the holy name, then you can also, you can be in this world and relish with less restrictions. Of course, we have to have some restrictions. We got this body, yeah, but it'll be less restricted. You could be more natural, because people that follow strictly or try to, usually repressed and depressed, is very hard, especially in Kali Yuga. That's why the Lord actually came here, to give the association of himself and his real devotees, to make things much easier for people. Oh, it's very hard. Very hard. People, I hear them when they're trying to engage in devotional service. Often they talk in like, I got to give this up. I got to stop this. I got to, can't do this. And it's very hard, and everything's really more hard. See, but if you get the association of devotees who are, they call this the effective stage, is much easier. You're more free, you're more sheltered, more protected. You become like, where the Jesus's disciples. I mean, it's supposed to be like that. Otherwise you don't have a really qualified guru. You might have a guru that's like Pharisee type. They can't give you the same kind of protection. That Jesus was a spontaneous devotee, obviously. See? And so the disciples of Jesus, see, we talk a little bit about Jesus to satisfy Sachi here. See? So I like to do it too. Yeah, because so many good lessons by Jesus. So anyway, his disciples, because they were surrendered to Jesus and his teaching, see, his teaching is very important, the word, they felt less restricted. And they, matter of fact, on the Sabbath, it was a very restricted day. You can't just eat. You got to fast on that day, and can't collect anything. Can't work, can't collect. You got to just, I don't know what they did. Just hang out, but don't work for your food, nothing. So the disciples of Jesus just raided the cornfield. There was corn growing. They just went over there and ate it. Not even thinking anything about it, like, oh, are they going to be guilty and, be punished by God and all that stuff. See, but they knew they had a special shelter. See, Christ. And they did that. And the Pharisees, they couldn't understand because they weren't surrendered to a very special devotee who came to this world, a son of God, to deliver others, make things easy for people. See? By believing in his word and his teachings. Be purified by them. Be purified by his word. The word of a devotee like that, now that's supposed to be a real spiritual master. Their word should be, as the scriptures say, by their word, ignorance is destroyed. See? By their intimacy with God, they emanate this bhakti and this bliss. See? So if they're not like that, they're an imposter. A wannabe, a hopeful, somebody with hopium. So that's really the essence. They should be like that. By the word of the guru, you should get the same kind of result, purification, and proper direction, and also exorcism, exhorting things out of you. See, so there's more room for God, more room for his word, more room for his bliss and ecstasy. That's where it's all going. So anyway, the disciples of Jesus, they were more free, less restricted, and it was okay. Jesus said, I'm the Lord of the Sabbath. See, Lord of the Sabbath. And so anyway, spontaneous devotion frees you from having to be like really strict, which most people can't do. Even Lord Chaitanya 550 years ago said most people following the Vedic rituals back then were just giving lip service. They can't follow real. Most can. Maybe some rare people can, but it's very hard. Might as well just take the mercy of Lord Chaitanya when it's here, and it is here. The mercy of the Lord. We got the order, Prabhupada, 1996. It almost sounds like the Day of Independence, like 1776. For the Vaishnavas, the Independence Day was started in 1996. Freedom, more freedom. Yeah, as Prabhupada's approval, Krishna appeared, my second disciple, and said, yeah, because of your guru, you're getting my darshan. And so it's like that now. People are getting very close to Krishna. They're feeling it and relishing it and teaching, boldly standing up, preaching this real path, real path that we do. So it's really nice. It's really getting more and more wonderful all the time, more and more auspicious all the time. Hey, Tuka, welcome. Thanks for coming. Aman, David, also. Yeah, thank you all. Janaki, she digs. Okay, go ahead, read some more. It's a lot in that verse. Huh? I love that verse. That verse is great.
Okay, am I doing the purport on what I read?
Yeah. Yeah, read
Okay.
purport.
Mahar Yudhishthir was the greatest of all men of religion. Thus he was not at all inclined to fight with his cousins for the sake of enjoying the kingdom. He fought for the right cause because the kingdom of Hastinapur was his rightful inheritance, and his cousins wanted to usurp it for themselves. This sounds like the Battle of Kurukshetra, is it?
Yeah, it's about that. Yeah.
He fought, therefore, for the right cause under the guidance of Sri Krishna. But
Yeah,
he
and
could
you could see that also in the world now. Yeah, if you notice, and I feel really good when I see people fighting. Like they're fighting the mode of ignorance. They're really passionate about it and very like principled. It's very much like Mars Yudhisthira and the Pandavas. They fought a religious war for religious principles. Many people like that doing this, and it's actually, I feel kind of inspired by that. I feel like this is a worthy war because, see, it's with this war that Krishna was doing. It was basically good against evil. Okay, so the good guys were the Pandavas, and the bad guys were the other side, the other kingdom. And you know what they did? Same thing people are doing now. They lied, they cheated. They cheated the Pandavas of their inheritance. I mean, they do exactly. It's like the same friggin' mentality. It's unbelievable. The Lord's Maya is the Lord's Maya. And the Lord, even those in the mode of goodness, they're good, principled, fighting for the right cause. So that's going on. Now, Krishna's really ultimate intention is to have this fight go on. No, he has a deeper thing going. And this is like, what do we need? I mean, whoever's meant to know this, because not everybody is. A lot of people are meant to be engaged in these fights. They're either to fight the demons and the devils. And the demons, they're inspired to, I mean, if you have, I heard George Soros say, when he started to feel like really good was when he admitted that he wanted to be like God. And when he started to act it out, he felt, wow, inspired to do it. See, this is Krishna. See? Inspiring both sides to do so, because if you go deep in this philosophy, this is the pastime of Lord Krishna. Now, what I'm saying would be very unpopular amongst people trying to fight evil, because they think, oh, what is this? No, evil is God. I mean, good is God. God is good. Yeah, but God is also evil. Yeah, and now don't misunderstand me. See, let's explain. Let's go deep into this. Let's really I just love to go deep and really get at really the essence of truth. Okay, God is good, right? And God is also evil. Where does Bhagavad Gita support this? Krishna says, I'm the gambling of cheats. He says, I'm, all the great noble things in the world. And then he says, I'm the gambling of cheats. He threw that right in there. He's a cheater. Okay? Now, what's the difference between his cheating in Vrindavan, or cheating devotees out of their illusion, and the cheating of the world? See, the Lord in his form of good and evil, which it's a form, everything is God. Everything is made of his potencies. But who is your God? I mean, is your form of God that you worship good and evil? Like, are you a good guy fighting evil? Or are you a bad guy fighting these good persons that you think are, like that you hate? And actually, they both hate each other. That's what keeps them engaged. See? So we're teaching conclusive truth, pure devotional principles, basically how God's viewing the whole situation. Because most people, they view things from the perspective of good. No, evil is bad and we're good guys and we're going to fight this. They're lying, cheating, deceiving. We're going to present the truth. It's an info war. And the bad guys say, we got all the technology. This is like Duryodhana was like this. He said, Arjuna said, I'll choose Krishna on my side, even though I'll lose my armies and everything. And Krishna will give up. He's going to give up his armies to the opposite side who doesn't choose him. Yeah, I'll do it anyway. I'll choose Krishna. See? But these Duryodhana, who was evil mentality against the Pandavas, against good, he said, yeah, this is great, man. I get the big army and all. Basically, like the people now say, we have all the technology now, and now we're going to take control. See? You see? Does that make any sense to you, Sachi?
Well, what? I mean, I can see how they could choose an army because it's quantity. But then when he chose Krishna on the other side, the Pandavas, that's not a big army, but it's Krishna. More potent quality.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you see, Arjuna was a special. He was not only just a good guy, he was a devotee. See? So he chose not only just righteous, good principles, but he chose Krishna, who is transcendental to all good and bad. He's transcendental. The good and bad is just his pastimes in the material universe. The good, the bad, the good versus bad, like this. See, so it's all driving to a higher purpose than that. Basically, to evolve the consciousnesses of the living beings, whether they're, in a evil mentality or a good mentality. So, like Hamsa, he ended up advancing his consciousness by fighting Krishna, and he attained liberation. Actually, he attained more than that, but you could say he attained at least liberation. He advanced consciousness. So this good and evil thing is a very interesting subject. We could spend like a whole day on this. This is actually very much needed for people who want to get out of this material duality. You need to understand this. Yeah, otherwise you'll side. You'll take a position. You'll take a side either for the good or for the bad. There's one other option. Because now you have to take either you comply and you serve the evil that's coming upon the world and become, like hating people who know more of the truth, or you fight the evil. See, but there's a third position that most people don't know. See, and that's the position taken here. It's a devotional position, Krishna's position. See, like even Krishna said, I'm not going to fight in this war. See? So, but he does in his own way. See, and so anyway, those who surrender to Krishna and follow his path, this devotional path, can transcend good and evil and also help others transcend. That's our work here. That's what we do here. All this yawning is very good because it's exercising the stuff, and you're going to chant more bliss later. You'll see.
Okay.
Mark my word.
So if Krishna says, I'm not going to fight in this war, and Arjuna just picked him on his side.
Yeah.
What's Arjuna's going to do all the fighting and Krishna's just going to do the directing, or what?
Yeah, he actually does. It's just kind of like it's like we're also in this war now. See, I'm choosing Krishna. I'm not choosing the side of even I don't want to sit there and fight for the against the demons, go and spend all that energy. I got to go and give all this information and lose my webpage and all this stuff, No, so I'm taking the side of Krishna. Okay, I'm just going to worship Krishna, doing all this stuff is happening. Okay, I'm not gonna comply and be a servant of these evil person. I don't want to do that. So it's more neutral. So Krishna was more neutral. So I'm going to stay on this path, more or less. I mean, there's going to be, maybe sometimes we'll have to do something, within this. But basically, I'm going to hear and chant and remember and get closer to Krishna every day and trust the plan that he's going to handle it. That he's got something in mind, and I might be part of. I mean, I already know my part. My part is this, and to kind of grab whoever's on, even any side. You could be evil, you could be good, and if you want out, you can come here and we'll get you out. We'll throw you in Vrindavan, right there on the shore of Yamuna. So, So that is a great mystery. It's a great mystery how Krishna won the war, but he was an advisor. And that's how he's also advises us. Like I get so much help from Krishna. He's the one who shows me all this stuff. He shows me Fauci's real mentality and Bill Gates and the politicians, all of them, even Mr. Trump. He shows me a lot of stuff. But that's because I'm following this path. That's because I'm worshiping Krishna. I learned this from Janaki. She says, you go and look at all this stuff, and I'll just sit there and meditate on Lord Chaitanya. He's my doctor and protector and all that. See, that's intelligent. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, this is... if people will just come, even during this time, to sadhu sangha regularly and not be caught up in this overly too much, then you'll be able to transcend this situation here in the world, even though we may physically not survive it, because look what they're doing. Chemtrails everywhere. I don't know. Just nuclear bomb could go off. Who the heck knows? But the most thing is your spiritual body will be awakened, because most people's aren't. See? Therefore, when your spiritual body is awakened, you can learn how to please Krishna like you see your guru does. Or if you consider, Gaur Hari Das, this fool, your guru, you can be like that. And more, maybe. Who knows? Okay? So your spiritual body will be awakened. You'll attain fearlessness. These people here in the world, both sides, there's more or less fear in most people. Hey, how can they help it? It's the ones who are really fearless are those who are deep in the transcendental Lord. See, this gives you fear, because then you identify with your spiritual body. Fear is when you're cut off from your spiritual body. When your spiritual body is awakened, see, that means your relationship with the Lord is simultaneously beginning to awaken. Less fear starts to go because of your connection. Okay? So Lord Chaitanya taught this in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He said those who are separated from Krishna or Christ, different name for the same thing. Those who are separated from God experience fear. See, so the stronger your fear is, the stronger that you're experiencing separation from the Lord. It's a very fearful condition. Even intuitively, we know. This is why demons are afraid. They're afraid that they're going to be overrun or lose their positions. This is because of not having a deep transcendental connection with the Lord. Because if you did, it's like, I'm free, man, in this way. I'm free in Krishna, in chanting the holy name and feeling ecstatic attachment. I'm free. It's logical. It's clear. Why? See, because illusion's gone. I'm not a proprietor of anything. I can see that more clearly that, the Lord owns everything. So I'm not so afraid. I maybe have a little fear that I might lose my motorhome or whatever, but it's manageable. It's not like, You know? Yeah, there's going to be some attachment, but it's not going to be overwhelming. We'll get through it. Okay? So many things you realize because of identifying as a spirit soul, which has no real relationship with the material energy. It's indirect. It's like, oh, this is illusion. You start to experience it. So this is very valuable, very important. Okay, read on.
Okay, so we were reading about Yudhisthira being the greatest of men of religion. He fought, therefore, for the right cause under the guidance of Lord Sri Krishna, but he could not.
He fought for the right cause. See, so he was fighting for the right cause. See, for right. See, for the right. The left is fighting for the left. See, they're fighting for evil. They want evil. To them, that's good. To the evil people, they're thinking this is very good to do what we're doing. Survival of the fittest. These good persons, look at them, the weak. They're thinking, I examined some of their mentality. They think, oh, you shouldn't make it, survive. You're just a useless eater. You're weak. You know, you can't see us tricking you and lying to you and controlling you, manipulating. You can't see that? Okay, get out of here. And that's what. See? So, what was just the last sentence? Read that again.
Okay, he said he fought for the right cause under the guidance of
the right
Krishna.
cause. The right cause. Okay, see. So people are fighting what they consider the right cause, even though it might be evil, fighting for evil, or fighting for good. Okay? Now, we're also fighting for the right cause. But this is the pure right cause. See, this is without stain of the modes. If people come here and you're also got to fight, you notice, isn't it sometimes a fight, Sachi? You know, you got to fight. You know, fight to be here and all that. So you're fighting for a right cause, but this right cause is going to help you, is going to cause you to transcend forever this material dualities. Okay? That's why, don't expect, a lot of times people, why am I not so ecstatic and everything? Come on, this is a big thing. To transcend means, the whole, your identifications are gone, but most people still have, it's like, we're all snakes in one sense. We got a skin. The skin has to molt off gradually. You can't just rip it off. You go nuts, crazy. Okay? So that happens here. Some people, they've been working on this probably many lifetimes. Who knows? They come here and they're reaping now. They become really ecstatic pretty quickly. Their skin comes off very fast. And some people it takes 20-something years. Yeah. But the thing is still, it's everybody, there's progress here. Yeah. And the skin is molting. So people can't expect, but everybody can serve the cause. It's like, like that little bird. There was a little bird in Lord Ram's pastimes. And Ram, and this is the same principle here, by the way, because the Lord uses the bona fide guru to also engage people in the loving service of the Lord. And take note of this, everyone that may be feeling, oh, why is this person so ecstatic and me? I don't have so much ecstasy, or I'm having problems now. It's very difficult. See? So the little bird just wanted to serve Ram, wanted to become a servant of Ram, but it only had a small capacity. It can only take a little speck of dirt and put it on the on the mound in the water to make, so steps for Lord Ram. Hanuman would go out and get a big mountain and put it down in a big step. There's a lot of steps he could do. And this little bird, and so Hanuman says, little bird, go sit down, go watch. What is this little speck that you're doing, for serving Ram? That's so small. And Ram came and said, don't say that. No, no, no. No, this little bird is serving with enthusiasm, really likes the word. No, I relish this service with great happiness. See, this is our Lord. He's very magnanimous and merciful. He just accepted the service of a little speck of dirt. See? So everybody, if they just want to serve the Lord's purpose, and here anybody coming here serving Guru here, you're serving the special mission of the Lord. It's special, man. How many people are helping people transcend the modes of nature? All of them, man, transcend liberation. Oh boy, this got to be pretty special. See? And we're empowered here. The empowerment is here. The knowledge is here. The information is here. The ecstasy is here. See? And whatever your capacity is, you can do something for the cause. If it's not just by saying, hey, even though I'm not so ecstatic, I just really appreciate what you're doing. See, well-wisher. Yeah. See, it's beautiful. Everybody can. See, that's why Krishna says, see, Krishna Bhagavad Gita taught this same principle we teach here. See? He says, oh, by the way, if you can worship me with loving ecstasy, you have there for you, there's no duty. Oh, you can't do that, which most people can't. Okay, well, follow a bona fide spiritual master and engage in the principles of devotional service, and like what do you call it? Bhakti, Vaidhi Bhakti, devotional. You can't do that. Well, work for me. You can't do that. Well, do some lower service work for the good of everybody. If you can't work for my devotees and help them out. So, because some people can't, they just this is just natural. Sometimes they're serving a devotee, or they want to, and their parents or their father and mother or their gurus or their who they consider authorities say no, 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 and they say, well, I can't do it. So Krishna is very merciful. He says, oh, okay, if you can't do it like that, then serve humanity or something. And there you don't get much flack. Okay, go on there.
Okay, so he was fighting for the right cause under the guidance of Krishna, but he could not enjoy the results of his victory because his cousins were all killed in the fight. He therefore ruled over the kingdom as a matter of duty, assisted by his younger brothers. The inquiry was important to Sanaka Rishi, who wanted to know about the behavior of Maharaj Yudhishthir when he was at ease to enjoy the kingdom. So another translation, Shuta Goswami said, Lord Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the maintainer of the world, became pleased after re-establishing Maharaj Yudhishthir in his own kingdom and after restoring the Kuru dynasty.
Yeah, you see, there's a certain pleasure in that. The Lord is in the heart. So if you've noticed, this win-lose thing is not really that much pleasure. So the Lord, the higher level of pleasure is to establish the things on the level of truth, being truthful, even in the world, being true, even though there's still illusion and it's not really the highest truth yet. But still, there's some pleasure in reestablishing things, at least on the level of the demigods, because the demons create problems and create misery, and they think it's going to make them happy, their misery, like living on the misery of others. But ultimately, it doesn't. They just, for a short time, they might be enjoying their sense enjoyment, enjoy all their excessive money, But it's always, it works against them ultimately. See? So, and that's why you notice good people feel persecuted and oppressed. See, do you feel some oppression now? And so, well, if you lived in New Zealand or Australia, you would feel really oppressed. You can't go out. Um, you can't go out only to exercise for 20 minutes, not even an hour. 20 minutes. Um, you have to order at home. You can't go shopping now. See, more persecution of good people. Okay? So, and the bad people, they do whatever they want. They're politicians, and they go out and have their $300 plate dinners. They do whatever they want. That's why sometimes the hypocrisy is caught. You ever notice? They say, "Oh, look at Pelosi. She's doing that. Oh, look at the prime minister. The governor of California. He went out and had a $300 plate dinner with all his friends. No mask, nothing. And then he told everybody to wear a mask. See, so there's double standards and stuff like that. So anyway, the good people feel better, and that means the Lord also in the heart feels better. So, but now, and in addition, we're here to teach people the highest pleasure of the Lord. The highest pleasure of the Lord is ecstatic chanting. When you see a devotee chanting in ecstasy, they're showing you the pleasure of God. See? They're showing you, to some extent, what Lord Chaitanya experienced and showed the world 550 years ago. The highest pleasure, the highest truth, see, is being able to love God in an ecstatic mood. So that gives the highest pleasure to the Lord. And most people don't know this. That's why part of our teaching here is to teach people what are the various stages of pleasure for God. See? So this is better than any other pleasure, and it shows on the ecstatic symptoms the devotees experience. Okay, go ahead. Hope this is making sense to people. If not, let me know.
Of course it is, yeah. So Maharaj, Maharaj Yudhisthira, in his own kingdom, and after restoring the Kuru dynasty, which had been exhausted by the bamboo fire of anger. Purport: this world is compared to a forest fire caused by the cohesion of bamboo bushes. Such a forest fire takes place automatically, for bamboo cohesion occurs without external cause. Similarly, in the material world, the wrath of those who want to lord it over material nature interacts, and the fire of wars takes place, exhausting the unwanted population.
Yeah, I mean, that's even with good and bad people. There's a certain amount of wanting to lord it over. As we're on the devotional path, you become more and more detached. See? More and more purified, more and more detached from what we aren't. We're not these attachments in this world. We're not money. We're not the bodies of our children. We're not the bodies of our spouses. See, so we're actually related to the transcendental Lord. The more we realize that, the more. What was the last sentence in there? Read that.
It says, in the material world, the wrath of those who want to lord it over material nature interacts, and the fire of war takes place, exhausting the unwanted population.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Isn't that interesting? Read that again. That is so profound.
Well, it's happening today.
Yeah. Oh, read that again. I want to hear that because I'm a little bit tired. Yeah.
Fires and unwanted population. Okay.
Yeah.
The world is compared to a forest fire caused by bamboo bushes maybe can rub together and start a fire. I'm not sure. cohesion. Such a forest fire takes place automatically, for bamboo cohesion occurs without external cause. Similarly, in the material world, the wrath of those who want to lord it over material nature interacts, and the fire of war takes place,
Oh my God,
exhausting unwanted
this
population.
this is so fantastic. What freedom in truth. I can't believe that that statement is so perfect for and relevant now. Yeah, it is so amazing. See, the friction between the good and the bad is causing this war, right? It's causing a war. Just because of what? Hatred. See, the desire to lord it over, the good and the bad. Both want to win. So it's like you try and start a fire with those flint sticks. That's good and evil. It's interacting now, and so the deeper purpose is, and actually the evil persons, they want to exhaust the world's population. They want to clean it. They consider like cleanse it, clean it off of they call it unwanted eaters. They think these guys are not. So anyway, they're thinking like that. Oh, we're superior. You guys should go. Okay. But the deeper purpose, and you notice even when I'm looking at this and I see people believing all this bullshit, man, they're believing these lies and everything. And there's a lot of people that feel this way too. It's like, come on, man, all the information that is out about what's really going on. Why don't you do any research? And these people, oh, I don't know. I don't care. I hate you. I'm a servant of these Kamsas, and yeah, Fauci says take the shot. I just take the shot, and even be like, hey, man, maybe you should go. It's like, what? You can't think, the research is out there. You can do it, So anyway, the Lord at a certain time cleanses the earth. That's part of the plan, it's part of the thing. And this is causing at this time, and many people will be gone. It's just, how it goes. It's there's some ignorance thinking, oh, these poor people, they don't know, they don't know that what they're being done to and everything. So like there's that sentiment that's not really clean. It's like when you really look at it objectively, you think, okay, these people, they could, if they would listen. You ever try to get one of these people who believes in the mask, change their mind? Holy mackerel, they'll snap at you, man. Most of them, some of them will call the police. This one guy, show you how, this one guy in Australia, he voiced an opinion that was against the mainstream, like, hey, I don't believe in this and this lockdown stuff. He expressed it to his wife, who believed him adamantly. You know what she did? She turned him in. And the guy got taken to as crazy. She said, this guy's, he's crazy. He believes that there's some conspiracy that they want to depopulate, and they want to, see everything that a lot of people with intelligence know, So the wife was the opposite, believing in those who want to depopulate, and she turned them right in. They came in with the white jackets, their type over in Australia, grabbed by force, grabbed him, and took him to a one of those crazy houses, and evaluated him, and evaluated that he was crazy because he had this different opinion. And so he's still there. He was in there talking. He said, oh my God, I can't believe it. See, so anyway, this stuff is going on. If you look at an impartial perspective, you could say, oh, the Lord is doing this. Okay, so how can I use my time wisely? Okay, one is very fortunate if you come into the society of devotees who are engaged in the loving service of the Lord and help others also become free eternally. Because, otherwise you're going to be part of the population. And, if you don't want to be taken out, So you can eat. Well, I can't say this. We'll just leave it at that. You can take a side. You can stand to fight this evil, these lies, deceptions, and all this, or you can side with the deception, or you can take a stand here and engage, make progress in towards the loving service of the Lord and transcend this forever, and be really happy, like you see the Guru here, happy, or whatever you want to call Gaur Hari Das, some crazy madman. I don't know. You can be happy like this, and increasingly happier. Every day it'll be like more and more and more. So everybody's got to take a stand now. What is more attractive? So Amy Rose, read this there, Sachi. Wait, first read this.
So Amy says, this makes a lot of sense. It can be confusing to know how to please the Lord.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's why we have the Bhagavatam. That's why we have these discussions, so that we can understand what does it mean to please the Lord, and how many different levels of that. See, because there's a pleasure inside the heart for the evil people. That's why they're motivated. And there's a pleasure for the good people to rub against the evil, to start that fire. There's a pleasure, and people are inspired by that. Both parties, you could see that both parties inspired. And there's also a pleasure in engaging in pure devotional service and chanting the holy name with great ecstatic devotion. See, that you see is the happiness of the Lord. Those who are rubbing the sticks, you don't see this kind of happiness that you see here. Some devotees are experiencing now, say like in the visible forms, like really visible, like Lalita Ganga and Johan and Govinda. You can see very visible. River also. And a lot of people more or less have these symptoms, and I may have missed somebody, but basically, you know who you are. You could see more or less you have your loving ecstasy, ecstatic service will increase more and more. Your happiness in that will increase more and more. And that's transcendental to all this. It's transcendental to even liberation and salvation. This loving service of the Lord, learning how to please the Lord. That's what we're teaching here. I think this is amazing. This class is amazing. I'm going to watch it again myself. This is, really relevant. Okay, read this here.
Okay, Amy says again, yeah, it's true. I don't even voice my opinion anymore about this stuff going on because it's not worth it. The world has gone into the twilight zone. I can really relate to that. Twilight zone.
See, two sticks rubbing together now. The good and the bad, good and evil fight. Just like, we're reading about it. That happened back then, the Battle of Crusade. Same thing. See, that's why I can relate. When you read that, I said, oh, that's happening now again. See, okay, the evil people want to destroy history. Okay, they want to destroy history. You know why? Because the good people get empowered by meditating on historical things. By, these good people, the heroes and stuff like this, they derive strength from the forefathers. Okay? The evil, they want to destroy that and start with their own history. They want to make this history, like, the transgenderisms and all kinds of weird things they want to do. They have their, so they want to destroy the history. So it weakens the good people. They don't have any, people need role models. See, role models. We're doing the same thing, but we're drawing our strength from the historical narrations of the Lord in his deepest realizations and revelations of what the truth is. This is beyond what Socrates understood. Or Plato, or any of these great philosophers. They're great persons. Or any of the heroes of the forefathers. The Bhagavatam is transcendental. It's transcendental knowledge. Okay? And so by taking shelter of the Bhagavatam and taking shelter of devotees who love these topics, and taking shelter of sadhu sangha like this, you get strength from this. See? And you start to experience a higher happiness that the people in doing taking the side of good and evil don't know about. That's why we can help both good and evil parties. If an evil person comes here and say, I'm tired of rubbing against the good, I'm tired of hating them, I want to switch sides, I want to serve. Like in Lord Ram's pastime, there was that servant that was on the evil side, Lord Ravana's side. And he said, I'm tired of doing it. I want to serve Lord Ram in his purpose. Okay? So people can switch, anybody. I don't care, demigod, demon. You can come here, learn about the truth, the deeper truth. Learn about, like if you're one of those evil guys, worshiping Lucifer and the devil or Maya, Maya Devi. If you can learn the knowledge here beyond the 33 degrees that the Masons understand. This is beyond the occult knowledge of the world, and the celestial world. This is beyond all the material consciousness. This is beyond AI even. It's deeper, it's more pure, it's more powerful. Okay? So anybody, I don't care, demigod, demon, you come here, we'll instruct. You'll learn things that you can't learn any other way. If you come here with the right mentality, of course. If you don't, my Lord will slap you on the butt. What?
I want to read some more because you're going to like this next sentence.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
It says, such fires or wars take place, and the Lord has nothing to do with them.
Yeah, you see, because he doesn't get ras. He doesn't get happiness from good or evil. See, the good people draw their power by their principles. And the same thing in Vaidhi Bhakti. People are drawing their power and potency and inspiring by serving Krishna according to the rules and regulations. They get energy from that. Okay? Evil people get energy and life from doing evil deeds and tricking and lying. They love it, man. They enjoy it. And good people, they get their energy, their life from being principled and controlling themselves more and stuff like that. More of the mode of goodness. See? Now, the Lord has nothing to do with that. Why? Because he's rasic. He's carefree. He's enjoying ras. See? And everything gets done automatically. All this other stuff is going to happen. You get the right knowledge you get the knowledge of the Lord. You get the abilities of what the Lord can do. He relishes rasa, exchanges between his devotees. And you can relish these devotional exchanges with the Supreme Lord and devotees too. You can relish their bhakti. Relish their relationship with the Lord. That's what we do when we hear the pastimes. See, so, amen. Here's an opportunity, people out there. Very rare. You can come here, hang out with these devotees here, and you can become more neutral to the world, and more attached to the spiritual world. Because that's the purpose for everybody, ultimately. We just reveal it here. Here it goes. Janaki's always saying that, yes, the best class ever. Yeah, this is a good one. I agree, man. This is so relevant. My God, man. This is nobody. I mean, we're just reading Bhagavatam, right? And it's so inspiring to see this actually happening right before our eyes, and how to get out of this and to help others also. This is the path. The Bhagavatam is the light, how to transcend good and evil and enter the spiritual kingdom. And so here we're discussing how to do that, make it more clear for ourselves and other people. It's very enlivening. Like, boy, this is boy, I'm so glad we're reading this. This is a great idea you had there, Sachi. I'm glad those other books were missing.
Yeah, all
Thank you,
because
David, for giving. Thanks,
missing book.
David. Thanks, David, for giving us an incomplete library of Prabhupada's books. Yeah, go ahead.
So the Lord has nothing to do with these fires and wars, but because He wants to maintain the creation, He
This,
desires.
and on a practical note, this is what I was always telling Sachi for years. Because she sometimes feel, oh, well, maybe I should help the temple. Maybe I should help this person. I said, listen, if you can just focus on serving this mission, you're freed from all these other obligations. See? So that's how it is, Otherwise, she's done it enough. I think she's learning. She tries to serve everybody and just gets burnt out. It's just a burnout. I said, Nick, relax. You just serve here and you're going to please Krishna. You'll start to feel it. You start to feel, oh, that's all I have to do is let me serve the transcendental devotees and the mission they're engaged in. And Krishna's happy about that. You don't have to go out there and serve the homeless person there and serve the temple and serve this person. You'll run yourself ragged, man. Just focus here. Okay. All right, go ahead there, Sachi.
Okay.
She's saying, you son of a bitch. I know
No,
what she's thinking.
No, I still struggle with. I still struggle with it. But
yeah, that's all right. That's right. See, you're fighting for something. You're fighting for your soul. This is very good. This is very good. You're fighting for your soul here. I love it. It's great. We got to fight somewhere. You can either fight against the evil, and the evil can fight against the good, or you can fight for your soul. It's a relationship with Krishna forever and Jesus. You're going to have them both. I'll give you both. That's my job. We'll make sure you get both. Jesus and Krishna. How's that? You can go to wherever Jesus is, and they're saying, oh, Jesus on the right hand of God. You can go and visit those devotees. You go visit Paul and Peter and John, and then you can go see Rupa Goswami and Sanatan and Prabhupada and all, Yeah, unrestricted.
Okay, so Krishna wants to maintain the creation. He desires the mass of people to follow the right path of self-realization, which enables the living beings to enter into the kingdom of God.
There's this thing where people will be saved. There's like a rapture thing and people will be taken out. So the unwanted population, if we look at this pattern here of the battle of Kurukshetra and what happened, you could see the people that are going to be taken out, they already got their little injection. And I'm sorry that some people here did it, but that's okay. You're here, man. Don't worry. You're here. And if you're taken out, you're taken out. Just come here. You'll transcend the fear of that. But basically things that are being done are to take off the population here, whoever believes in the lies and the trickery and all that stuff. And the evil people take themselves off too. You know how they do that? Because their sin, their fruit. So many people will be removed, but what will be left here are those who are the really strong. See, the really strong are the ones Krishna protected. See, like in the battle of Kurukshetra. See, the ones who are really strong. They not see. A lot of people are going to be sacrificed by fighting the evil. You notice that? You know how they're doing that? How they here we have technology, right? You have good people fighting the evil, right? They're watching everything you're doing on here. The evil people. They got hundreds of people looking on Facebook and observing who's against us. Who's against us? You see them sitting in their army, in the army and all this. Who's against the New World Order? And you're out there, people are going, yeah, we're going to fight you and everything. And they send a drone to your house and boom, you're gone. They fire a bullet, and just blows your whole apartment up. whatever. So a lot of people will be taken out like that. The good people. See, the bad people, they're taken out by their sinful reactions to murdering people, eating children, all that weird stuff. There's nothing really to do. They just their own activities bear fruit. And some good people. Anyway, there's this stuff going on. So what'll be left is the ones the Lord wants to be here and establish the kingdom of God. But some will go too, like we have some people maybe take the shot. Some are having problems now. And maybe they'll go, but they'll go, because they're connected here, they'll go to the kingdom. But anyway, that's kind of, if you look at the pattern, that's what happened then. There is a smaller population here left over, and under the right rulership and everything. So anyway, it's very interesting, how this is going to play out. Wouldn't it be nice to lose your fear? See, and that's why I say, I don't care if you'll switch sides. If anybody listens to this message, you'll lose your fear here. You'll see everything as it is. The Bhagavatam teaches this. We teach this. You'll experience fearlessness more and more because you got everything in right perspective. Ignorance causes fear. Ignorance of who we are causes fear. When you know who you are, that you're a spirit, and you feel it, you feel your relationship with the transcendental Lord in the form of his name. See? You get those feelings of that happiness. You become in union with the transcendental Lord. You're free forever. Okay? So we're putting our plug in here. This is our canvassing thing. So anybody who has sufficient intelligence, I don't care, evil or good people, you come here and you can transcend this material duality forever and be forever happy. Forever. That's our work here. Are you behind this here, Sachi, this mission? You want to be a part of this mission?
I can't quit now.
You want to continue this mission? Yeah, you can. Hey, you put too much energy and time into it. Too much money, time, and energy. You gotta complete this mission, man.
I have just been experiencing more fear in the last month and more nervousness and anxiety than a lot of times put together. It's just something I'm going through. It's just all this information,
Yeah, more room for bliss. Yeah, and just the thing is, when you see that you don't have to get too involved in that. It's just let the two bamboo sticks rub together and start the fire. Just let it go. Let it happen, and be in this. See, be in this. This is a path. This is a bona fide path. You can stand here. You can stand for this, and you'll start to feel yourself free and peaceful and all of that. You just okay. Read this, Sachi.
Amy says, "Oh, I like that. We are fighting for our souls."
Read this.
And she also says, it's interesting to watch the way an Alexa device operates and responds to different conversations and starts processing certain things.
Yeah. You might want to get rid of Alexa. She's a eavesdropper. Yeah. Anyway, I'm really happy to hear this class, and it's really makes sense of a lot of stuff now. Boy, that's great. I think I need to stop. My energy is, that's enough for a while. So thank you all very much. Yeah, thank you very much, and we'll be back. Yeah, Haribo.
Haribo, everyone. Thanks for coming.